I built a puzzle map for my friend Skeppy using only command blocks, and he got BadBoyHalo to play it. Here's how I made that puzzle map. If this video feels a bit rushed, that's because it is. I didn't expect Skeppy to upload so fast, so I'm recording this like right after his video. A while ago, I made a puzzle map for BadBoyHalo, and he got George Not Found, Quackity, and Skeppy to play it. I guess Skeppy liked it, because literally like the day after, he messaged me and asked me if I could make him another one. Now, I can't even tell you how excited I was for that. Like, I was shaking. I instantly started building, and I made the first puzzle in like half an hour. I wanted my map to be kind of a sequel to Bad's map, which is kind of ironic because Bad's video isn't even out yet. I guess this works too though. I'll start with the first puzzle. The goal for this one is to get into the hole that's right over there. One problem though, you can't actually build over here. Instead, you have to make your build on this side. And then it actually gets cloned to the other side. On the other side, you actually have to make the jump to the hole. This was actually surprisingly simple to make. And I'll explain how I did it, but first, please check if you're subscribed. I spend a lot of time on projects like these, so please subscribe if I should do more of them. This one was easy to make because Minecraft has a clone command, which lets you copy any build over to wherever you want. So basically, I'm just copying whatever's over here to over here. I saw some people in the comments saying that he could have just placed the planks on top of the planks. And technically you're right, but it also copies over air. So that means that it keeps getting replaced by air and it doesn't really do anything. So the block just instantly disappears. This puzzle has one big drawback though. I'm using a repeating command block. Like the name suggests, repeating command blocks repeat, meaning that it will keep running the clone command over and over again. Now, with most commands, that's fine, because they don't really do that much. But this is quite a big room, and there are a lot of blocks that need to be copied over. It actually costs a lot of lag on my server, so I made it that it completely stops whenever Bad goes down the ladder. Once you make it through the first puzzle, there's a smooth teleport right over here. I thought this was kind of funny because it looks like you're coming out of a small house, even though you were just in a huge puzzle map. It's like one of those impossible things where the inside is way bigger than the outside. Anyways, for the second puzzle, I actually didn't really know what to do. At first, I wanted to make 4 mines, each containing a diamond, and Bad would have to find all the diamonds. The problem with this puzzle was that it's kind of boring. So instead, I turned this village into a toxic waste dump. And if you step on the grass or moss, it'll slowly kill you. This was really annoying to make because as far as I know, there isn't an easy way to remove someone's health using command blocks. The way I did it was I made it so that you would get a second of instant damage whenever you stepped on the grass. Instant damage is overpowered though. It takes off 3 hearts normally. So I also made it so you have a resistance. This way it only takes off 1 heart every time, which makes this way easier and actually way more fun. When I showed this part to Skeppy, he had the brilliant idea to add red carpets, which would be an insta-kill. I'm really glad he suggested that because it made it so much funnier. Anyways, to get to the end you just have to run and jump. You take a bit of damage, but it's not too difficult. I also added some cool particles to hide the fact that I suck at building. So for the next one, I kind of need to give a bit of context on how I build maps. Yeah, so a problem I have is that I start building without planning it beforehand, and then I realize I can't come up with a good puzzle. Right above this puzzle is another area that I never used because I couldn't come up with a good puzzle for it. The same thing happened to this part. I made this nice set with all these lights and this PDL forklift. Actually, Bad made the forklift, I just joined it from the other puzzle map. But once I had this, how do I turn this into a puzzle? I actually didn't know. I just decided to hide a helmet and a keycard and just have Bad look for it. At least this elevator makes this part interesting though. Here's how I made it. For the door, I just check if the player is wearing a golden helmet. Now, the elevator itself is a little more complicated. It has 2 states, and I'm storing those states in the scoreboard. 0 for up and 1 for down. The elevator uses falling sand, and you can actually change falling sand into any block you want. It's really cool. So I chose trapdoors. You can also give falling sand a motion, so you can make it move in any direction you want. The problem is that falling sand has some air drag or something, I don't know what it is. Even if I remove the gravity, it just slowly stops. To fix this, I actually just keep respawning the sand and killing the old one. I make sure it stops whenever it reaches the top, and when it does, it places real trapdoors, so you don't fall back down. To move the player up and down, I'm just using the levitation effect. It's actually kind of weird because I'm using the levitation effect to make them go down. Apparently, levitation 254 is the exact same speed as levitation 0, but instead of going up, you just go down. Anyways, once you make it to the top, there's a keycard in this chest, and when you take it, it opens this door over here. I also added a picture of my cats, and just the idea of my cats being on trending for gaming just makes me laugh so hard. Once you make it over to this door over here, there's this hallway which leads you into the last puzzle. Now, this one was completely stolen from the one in this Skeppy video. But good thing is, I made that one too, so I knew what to do. Honestly, I probably spent as much time writing this text on this wall as I did with the command blocks, maybe even less with the command blocks. It was really difficult to write that text. This one was really fun though. I really liked seeing what people came up with. Like, my friend and Bad both decided to make glass. I didn't even think of that when I was making the map. It's just really cool to see when people come up with tricks like that on a puzzle that you have made. Also, Skeppy came up with an interesting strategy too. I forgot to turn off block breaking in this area, so Skeppy just broke the blocks and used them again. In the old map, this wasn't possible because block breaking was disabled in this area. And I knew about that, but I thought it was lame, so I re-enabled it. I completely forgot the real reason for it. But yeah, honestly, that's really smart of Skeppy. Anyways, Bad is pretty smart and he made it through here pretty fast, which brought him to the end of the map. At the end, I added this rotating diamond and some credit for myself. This puzzle map might be over, but that doesn't mean that you're done with me. Like I said, Bad still has to upload his video, and who knows, maybe I'll make another one. I'll see you then.